Hello, I'm Lindsay Warwick, and in this video I'm going to talk through an online teaching methodology which we're calling ESAP, ESAP. This is a methodology that you can apply to online lessons in order to engage learners and to ensure that learning outcomes are achieved. So I'm going to show you what it is and also what it might look like in an online lesson. So I'm going to use Zoom to demonstrate and also some materials that come with a course book so that you can see a little mini lesson and how it works in practice. So let's get started. ESAP stands for Engage, Study, Activate and Practice. So we start with the engage stage in the lesson, and this is where we warm students up and we get them ready to learn. So here we're going to activate their interest, we're going to activate their existing knowledge, and we're going to activate their existing language as well, so that we can encourage learners to retrieve what's already in their memories, because the more they do that, the more likely they are to remember the language that they have to use in the lesson. Then comes the study stage, and this is where we're going to provide some input for learners. So we're going to provide them with language in context, and we're going to get students to look at the meaning, the form and the pronunciation related to that language. And of course online we're going to do that by using as little TTT as we can. So we need to keep teacher talking time to a minimum. We need to allow learners time to think, to come up with ideas, to notice the language. And then we're going to provide them with some controlled practice where again we give them time to come up with answers, to share their answers. We can assess their answers to check that they really have understood the meaning or the use and the form related to the language. Then comes the activate stage, and this is where we want to get students to activate their use of that language. So here learners are going to be producing the language in a communicative context. It could be oral, it could be written actually. And we're going to provide feedback on their production, particularly on use of the target language. So here is the sort of freer practice. Then we finish with the practice stage, and this is the stage that learners are going to do at home. So this is them doing tasks outside of the classroom, so digital tasks online where they get immediate feedback, for example, where we can check how well they're doing and use that to inform our planning for the future, so we know what learners need to do more of, what they're doing well in, and whether we can move on to the next stage, for example. Of course, in our next lesson, we're going to bring the practice stage back in, because we are going to want to, talk about progress with learners. We want to check if they have any questions, to deal with any particular issues that have arisen in their homework, and also to get them to reflect on progress made. So that's the methodology. The next thing then is for me to show how this might look in a lesson.